Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Mark Mulligan, and it is Monday night, and you know what that means. We're about to have a great time tonight. So, as I always ask you, could you do me a favor, and if you know somebody out there who is tuned into something really boring like the news, have them switch over here and join us on Mulligan's Island on my Facebook fan page, because I guarantee you they're going to have more fun with us tonight than they will watching the news. Tonight's going to be a special night for several reasons on my part, but also for you guys. As the night goes on, don't forget we're going to be giving away a beautiful 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo in Mexico for 2 nights to one of you guys just for watching tonight. Now, I realize you haven't given us any raffle tickets or anything like that. Don't worry about it. Later in the show, I'm going to announce to you when to send in a comment on the little comment section there. It'll be later in the show, and we're going to draw the winner tonight. And the winner will receive 2 nights absolutely free at this spot where I'm doing this show with this awesome Sea of Cortez, San Carlos, Mexico backdrop behind me. And this is courtesy of Seaside Realty, who is helping to put on tonight's show. Thank you, Ron and Karen from Seaside Realty. Thank you, all of us, for joining me. Also, get over to your fridge, pour yourself something to drink. I've already done that. I've got my beverage right here, and I'm ready to say salud to everybody. And don't forget, later in the show, as always, we'll be taking your requests. And we've already got a couple of good ones that have come in, so we'll get to those. Okay, everybody got their drink? Everybody getting logged in? Elsa, come on, vamos. All right. Well, before we do anything, as you're getting logged in here, how many of you guys out there saw Rudy B in action with me for a couple of Facebook shows here, down in Alamos, and even in Phoenix this last weekend? Did a rare live show up there, and Rudy B joined me. And when Rudy B comes, somebody else is in attendance with us. And that's the gal behind the scenes that you're looking at right there, that beautiful woman. Her name is Beth. That's Beth Wilson, the better half of Rudy B. And guess what, everybody? She just celebrated her birthday. Give it up for Beth. And would you join me in singing this song for Beth? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Beth. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Beth. And thanks for all the support you give to Rudy B. And Rudy B, you be sure to play her tonight when this show is over. Pull out your guitar and you sing her She Said Yes, going out for Beth. Well, that's not the only thing that I'm celebrating tonight, Beth's birthday. I'm also happy because my oldest son, Marcos, is home from Alaska. He's been up there since May, and I just picked him up at the airport. There we are, coming out of the airport. After he's been gone for several months, he's been working up at Copper River Seafoods doing processing and seafood processing up there, working his butt off, lots and lots of hours. And guess what? Marcos is the guy who is taking your comments tonight. And so say hello to Marcos when you send us a note. And Elsa's going to be working with the camera crew tonight because next week she's going to be running the video stuff when we do a show from La Paz, Baja California. Anais, do you have that picture right there? That is our first shot together since Marcos got home. And boy, the other kids were happy to see Marcos. They've missed him. And we are also happy to have him back. So, in addition to taking your comments tonight, Marcos, I'm going to get him up here in just a few songs, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his Alaska trip. So stay tuned for that. All right. Is everybody tuned in, ready, beverage in hand? And are you ready to head south of the border again with me? Let's go right now. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. I got that green light, the 21K. Now I'm south of the border again. I'll be eating Dorado at the end of the day. South of the border again. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friends. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind. South of the border again. A beautiful chica greets me with a beso. South of the border again. I traded my dollars for a pocket full of pesos. South of the border again. So crack a cerveza, slice up a lime, pour a little salt on the rim. I tossed my watch, now I'm taking my time. South of the border again. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friend. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind. South of the border again. Oh, oh, I'll take the sea and the sun. Oh, oh, heading south's more fun. Oh, oh, I still can't explain it, how 1 foot across that line puts me in a mañana state of mind. Now I'm playing guitar in some waterfront bar where the waves come rolling in. A voice in the crowd says, welcome back, Mark. South of the border again. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friend. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind. South of the border again. It's been too long, now I'm singing this song, 'cause I'm south of the border. South of the border. South of the border again. That's a good spot to be in. Guess what? One of you lucky viewers out there is going to be south of the border again very, very soon, because you are going to win tonight, during tonight's show, from Seaside Realty, a 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo stay right here on the beach at Pelican Beach in San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico. So you will be living the video to some of these songs. Now, I hope you're not going to be living the video to the next song when you're down here, because it's called A Little Bit of Rain, written by my buddy Hugo Duarte. And if you're a Hugo Duarte fan out there, you got to sing along. I was 17 years old, we moved to Tascosa. My daddy was determined to make some dreams come true. I swore I'd never let him down as long as I was breathing. Working dawn till dark, side by side, doing all that we could do. Trying to stay alive, trying to stay together. We were praying if we worked real hard, we'd see our lives get better. Daddy kept on saying, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. Never rained a single drop and our dreams were bound to fail. It's hard to watch a whole year's crop turn to dust in one dry spell. There was nothing anyone could do, nothing we could say. We just loaded what was left of our lives on a truck and drove away. Tried to stay alive, trying to stay together. We were praying if we worked real hard, we'd see our lives get better. Daddy kept on saying, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. Defeated all those years ago. Our failures taught me how to reap those seeds my daddy sowed. I woke up this morning and jumped up in my truck, drove out to the farthest field, and I turned my collar up. I walked out in that winter wheat and touched it with my hands. Thank the Lord for blessing me with those years with my old man, for keeping us alive, for keeping us together, for listening to those desperate prayers and making our lives better. Daddy always told me, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. A bit of rain, a little bit of rain. That clapping you hear in the background, that's Elsa, because she loves that song, and she was a big Hugo Duarte fan, and believe me, Hugo was a big Elsa fan too. Said he was nice enough to let me record that one on the White Sand, Warm Sun, and Salty H2O CD. ¿Está muy fuerte mi volumen de esa cosa para ti? ¿Lo quieres bajar un poquito? All right, we've got Pablo, and yo creo que mejor en este. Sí, porque nomás un poquito. Sí. All right. Poquito más. A ver, hold on. 1 second here, guys. Más arriba. Hold on, guys. Check 1, 2. Test 1. No, le subes otra vez. Hold on, guys. 1 second. We're just checking our sound quick. Check 1. Un poquito menos. Oh, I'm just working Pablo hard tonight already. Poquito menos. Check. There we go right there. You're going to get bien. So Pablo and Anais, they always work our video for us. We've got a whole team tonight because Elsa is in training for next week's show when we take you guys to Baja California. I want to thank my friend Steve Schwab, and he's going to put us up over at Paraísos del Mar. And you're going to find out why living in San Carlos is really kind of fun, because you can also, while you're living here, branch out to all these other places that are kind of cool, like Alamos that you just saw a couple weeks ago. And you're going to like our trip over to Baja. It's kind of a fun place to go for a few days when you live here in San Carlos. So stay tuned. I mentioned that my son, Marcos, is back. And the day he left Alaska, there was snow everywhere. It was cloudy. It was cold. He got to Phoenix, and it was actually a really rare, cool day in Phoenix, but he was burning up. But I'll tell you what, he is happy to be back in Mexico and back under blue skies again. I think you know where I'm going with this, don't you? Here we go. Up there, they're up to 38. Down here, we're down to 75. While the weatherman in Cleveland says the rain ain't gonna end. and they're freezing up in Denver in the ice and snow and wind. While I'm back under blue sky, back in the sunshine, back where I ought to be. Like a fish out of water, suddenly tossed back into the sea. The sound of the ocean, waves in slow motion, no need to ask me why. I'm back under blue sky. Looking back, I guess I can't complain. The folks were nice and the job, it paid real well. Right, Marcos? But the truth is I don't get how people will keep from going insane. Cooped up in their houses, seeking shelter from the rain. While I'm back under blue sky, back in the sunshine, back where I ought to be. Like a fish out of water, suddenly tossed back into the sea. One glimpse of the ocean, waves in slow motion, no need to ask me why. I'm back under blue sky. Bundled up ain't how I'm meant to be. Tank tops and flip-flops, now that's more like me. Now I'm back under blue sky, back in the sunshine, back where I ought to be. Like a fish out of water, suddenly tossed back into the sea. The sound of the ocean, waves in slow motion, no need to ask me why. I'm back under blue sky. Yeah, I'm back under blue sky. We're all back under blue sky. And Marcos is back under those blue skies too. Let's get Marcos out here. Marcos, let's hear how his Alaska trip went for him. Here he comes right now. Here he comes right now. Boy, this guy is taller than me. Here he is. Marcos back from Alaska. Get over here, Marcos. So tell us about your trip. Tell us about Alaska.
Hey everyone, Alaska was a great trip. It was a great experience. It was really cold, to be honest. But yeah, I was working 14 to 18 hours a day. I was processing, I was working in a cannery. Made great friends. Food was alright. Weather was really cold. And the Cordova was beautiful. Great hiking. And yeah. Glad to be back home. Miss my family. And hopefully next year I'll bring Luis up with me.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. He's going to have Luis working for him up there. So Marcos, tell him what your game plan is for the near future.
Yeah, so basically the plans, once Christmas is done after my birthday, go up, work in Hawaii a little bit. And hopefully by last week of April, 1st of May, be in Alaska with Luis.
All right. Well, it's good to have Marcos back. In fact, after the show, I may talk to him about getting a loan because he made some good money up there. There were weeks. What's the most you worked, Marcos, in a week?
105 hours.
105. And I know there was one shift that you had that was really, really long.
Yeah, well, basically the shifts were whenever there was fish, there was work. So we pulled a 36-hour shift.
It's pretty amazing. So remind me not to complain about my job. If I tell you, oh, my God, I've been singing for 2 hours tonight. This is killing me. Just remind me of Marcos' shift that he's been doing. So we're all stoked down here to see Marcos again. He's going to go back to answering your comments right now. So everybody make sure when you send in a comment to say hi to Marcos. Marcos, great to have you home, buddy. Thanks for helping out tonight. And actually, as Marcos goes to take your comments, this song is one that actually reminds me of Marcos. And I sang it last week. I had a request. Hold on. Had a request last week from my friend Dennis Swint, who joins us every single week from Mesquite, Texas. Hi, Dennis. I know you're watching tonight, too. Hadn't played this song in a long time, and it reminds me of Marcos, especially the very first part, because this is just the way he was as a kid. And it's a song that I'll play again this week because several people told me, wow, I really, really like that song, and I hadn't heard it before. So here you go. This one is called The Wind. Little boy playing on the shore with his father throws a pail of sand straight into the water. He says, Daddy, I'm filling up the sea. It's funny how that little guy sounds like me. Neither of us fathom what's beyond our control. But I remember the story that an old sailor once told. He said, I can build myself a boat, I can sail away, I can plow through storms, I can cut through waves, I can chart my course according to my plan, and I can name my final destination, and I can head my bow in that direction. But will I reach that port? I can't say if or when. 'Cause I can trim my sails, but I can't control the wind. Sometimes I get caught up in complexity and think that I can solve all of life's mysteries. But every time I come up with an answer, it's just another pail of sand in the sea. Sooner or later, it washes back on the beach. And this ocean of questions remains ever so deep. Do 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 do. So I raise my sails and I ride on the winds of fate. And I'm so tempted to call myself captain instead of first mate. I got buckets of answers if knowledge is what it takes. But I could fill up this ocean with one single ounce of faith. I can build myself a boat, I can sail away, I can plow through storms, I can cut through waves, I can chart my course according to my plan, and I can name my final destination, and I can head my bow in that direction. But will I reach that port? I can't say if or when. 'Cause I can trim my sails, but I can't control the wind. Oh, I can trim my sails, but I can't control the wind. Can't control the wind. A little boy playing on the shore with his father throws a pail of sand straight into the water. That one always reminds me of Marcos back in his early days. Those of you just tuning in, that beautiful backdrop behind me that you're looking at is San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico, where we're doing the show from. Specifically, we are on the patio at Pelican Beach Condos. And this stage was given us to Seaside Realty to use tonight for the show. And guess what? Seaside Realty is sweetening the deal because tonight, one of you guys watching the show is going to win a 2-day stay here, 2-night stay in a beautiful 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom condo. Thank you, Seaside Realty, for giving that prize away. So what we're going to do is later in the show, we'll show you the condos so that you'll get a chance to win so you can get an idea what these places are like. And while we're doing that, you'll send your name in just in the comments section. And our video crew here, Monicos and Elsa, Pablo Anais, everybody will be jotting down the names as they come in. We'll throw them in a hat and we'll draw. And the winner is going to find out tonight during the show who gets to stay in this beautiful place. I hope you'll invite me to come over and sing for you on the patio when you win this place. So, in my case, I got down to this place in 1993, and I never dreamed that I would eventually turn into this next song. But it's happened, and it just might happen to you when you win this condo. Just came down for the weekend. I was running from the ice and snow, where the tropic sun comes beating down on the shores of Mexico. The sunshine that I was seeking, I found where the warm winds blow. I just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. Now I'm sitting in my salty jeans, I got a belly full of rice and beans, drinking beer and singing my song, just an old tourist that stayed too long. I'm warning all you folks tonight, you can have your fun, but don't you miss that flight. Cause if you do, then you just might turn out to be acting just like me. Yeah, I still got my round trip ticket, I keep it just up above my bed. Fold it up to plug a hole in the roof and keep the rain off of my head. I ain't returning no phone calls, I don't answer email, singing and calling out to the dolphin and the grouper and the yellowtail. Hello out there, boys. I'm sitting in my salty jeans, I got a belly full of rice and beans, drinking beer and singing my song, just an old gringo that stayed too long. I'm warning all you folks tonight, you can have your fun, but don't you miss that flight. Cause if you do, then you just might turn out like the guy who wins this condo tonight. Yeah, I just came down for the weekend, I was running from the ice and snow, where the tropic sun comes beating down on San Carlos, Mexico. The sunshine that I was seeking, I found where the warm winds blow. I just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. I have the feeling Rudy B is going to turn into the song really, really soon. Yeah, the sunshine that I was seeking, I found where the warm winds blow. I just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. Come on, help me out. I just came down for the weekend 25 years ago. I just came down for the weekend. How many? 25 years ago. And they're still not getting rid of me. How about that? It's been a long time. Over 27 years now I've been hanging out in this zip code. Well, this next song, I originally hadn't planned on playing tonight, but you're going to find out after this song why I chose to, and it's really, really cool. Is anybody in this crowd drinking a Mexican cerveza tonight? And if you are, does it happen to be a Pacifico? Ooh. Blue water and sunny skies, another day in paradise. It wasn't long ago we said goodbye, and I ended up down here. Now who's to blame? I can't recall, but who cares? It doesn't matter at all. 'Cause I'm a world away from you, sucking down an ice cold beer. But things never quite work out like I planned. What you doing back on my mind again? Sand, dollars, and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. It ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. Now I could tell you about the fun I've had. At first it really wasn't all that bad. The weather's nice and the people are too, so how could I complain? But last night when I was all alone, I left a message at the sound of the tone and said, honey, won't you pick up the phone before I go insane? You cut me off and you left me hanging on the line. Pulled out a glass and I chased you off my mind. Help me out now. Sand, dollars, and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. It ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. Sand, dollars, and pesos, a slight buzz and a sunburned nose. It ain't much, but it's something to show for all this wasted time. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. I thought the beaches and the ocean view were all I needed to get over you. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. The sun is shining like tequila gold, but I'm Pacifico blue. So, the reason I wanted to sing that song for you tonight was many, many years ago, I met a friend, a couple of friends actually. The Schmid family was down here in Mexico, and my friend Gary has been telling me for a long time, at least the last few years, that he was going to start his own band someday, and if he did that, he was going to call his band Pacifico Blue. Now, Gary lives back in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, right around there, and anyway, he ended up forming a duo, and they just played at in Indiana their very first show. Actually, it might have been over in Kentucky. But they played their first show, and I heard it just went great. And guess what the name of Gary Schmid's duo is? They are called, you guessed it, Pacifico Blue. And they are just a couple of guys just having a good time. Let's see for ourselves what these guys sounded like in rehearsal and what song they're playing.
Palm trees are swaying like dancers, moving to the sound of the wind. Know the rain such as the blue sky blues. At least they never happened to me. It's never been a mystery to me what keeps me coming back. Not at all. It's the beaches and boats, the pirates and boats. They keep me hanging around every year. I think I'll have another beer. Somewhere south of somewhere south of somewhere south of somewhere. Somewhere south of somewhere south of somewhere south of somewhere.
They are covering a Mark Mulligan song, and I heard that Gary and Mark there, they played 7 or 8 Mark Mulligan songs. They even threw in a Brent Burns song. And Rob Mell, if you're watching this, they threw in 3 of your songs too. I love the play selection from these guys. So any of you guys who are out there in the Midwest area, if you're near, let's say, the Kentucky border, If you're near Cincinnati, Lawrenceburg, Indiana, that part of the state, make sure you go see these guys. Get on their Facebook page. It's just called Pacifico Blue. In fact, do we have any pictures here? Oh, there they are. Look at that cool logo they've got. Pacifico Blue. I love that name for a band. There we go. Gary and Mark, you guys are looking good on there. Man. And let's see. I don't know that Gary wants his sponsor. Gary's a longtime friend, and that beautiful woman there with him, that's his wife, Kathy. And the first time I met them, well, I'll tell you what, you're going to hear about that in just a sec, but they both sing beautifully, and I heard they were just doing some great harmonies during the show. They had a big crowd for it, and at the barn, at the winery, they said it was just one of their biggest nights ever. So congratulations to Pacifico Blue, and stay tuned because there's a word from Gary coming up. Well, in fact, let's see what Gary has to say right now. ¿Tienes el video de Gary? Here's my friend Gary.
Hey, Mark. How you doing, buddy? Hey, listen, I want to tell you it's been great corresponding with you over the last couple of weeks or so. Makes me think about the day that we met down in San Carlos, Mexico, at, of all places, a little bar in Mexico. Drinking some beers, and next thing you know, we're up on stage with an international recording artist, pounding out some sweet harmonies. It was great. It was a lot of fun. We tell the story often to our friends. Anyway, a great friendship began that day for Kathy and myself with one of the nicest and most generous persons to ever walk the planet Earth. That would be you, my friend, Mark Mulligan. Thanks, Mark. We love you, buddy.
Gary, thank you so much, bud. That means the world to me that you guys would get up and sing some Mark Mulligan songs there. And I hope my Midwest friends will go check out Gary and Mark at Pacifico Blue on their next gig, because I guarantee you're going to have a great time. There's also, I want to tell you, later in the show, I'm going to share with you a story. Back when we start taking requests, I'm going to share with you a story that really impacted me, and it's something that Gary was a part of, because many of you might recognize that name, Gary Schmid. Gary was the person, his family was with me on that fateful night in Indiana when I got the news about my first wife and her passing. And later on, I have a story I want to share with you that I think just might impact you like it impacted me. So please stay tuned for that. But, hey, if Gary's going to sing a Mark Mulligan song, how about if I give you my version of the same one? Let's head somewhere south of somewhere. And Gary and Kathy out there watching tonight, you guys sing along some harmonies. And Mark out there, you play along on this one too, okay? Down at the bay, they're jumping today. There's a fisherman out on a boat. He throws out a net and he hauls up his catch, and he heads back to the sandy shore, to a house by the dock with a door that don't lock, where there's music on the radio. It won't take too long, he'll be singing a song and cooking on an open stove. No, there ain't such thing as the blue sky blues, at least they never happened to me. It's never been a mystery what keeps me coming back. It's the beaches and boats, the pirates and poets that keep me hanging around down here. Help us out, guys! Somewhere south of somewhere, somewhere south of somewhere. In colors so bright and dresses so tight, I see ladies walking down the street, lovers romancing, barefoot and dancing, grooving to a tropic beat. In the sea of confusion, I kick off my shoes and I catch her looking back at me. She flashes a smile, we laugh over a while, till she says, "You want to dance with me?" It's the tropical sun, it's a midnight run to an island or a distant shore that keeps me coming back for more time and time again. It's the tacos and rice, the salsa and spice, the smell of the sea in the air. Somewhere south of somewhere, somewhere south of somewhere. And the palm trees are swaying like dancers, moving to the sound of the wind. No, there ain't such thing as the blue sky blues. At least they never happened to me. It's never been a mystery what keeps me coming back. It's the beaches and boats, the pirates and poets that keep me hanging round down here. I think Gary Schmidt could use another beer. Somewhere south of somewhere, somewhere south of somewhere, somewhere south of somewhere, somewhere south of somewhere. What a good spot to be, somewhere south of somewhere. Well, you know what's funny? Gary and Mark and Pacifico Blue are not the only ones who have covered that song. There's another person who was the first person to ever cover one of my songs, and he's a famous trop rock artist. He's been doing this as long as I have. Big name out there. And let's see if you might pick up on this one right here. See if you remember this.
No, there ain't such a thing as the blue sky blues. At least they never happened to me. It's never been a mystery what keeps me coming back. It's the beaches and boats, the pirates and poets that got me hanging round down here. Somewhere south of somewhere, somewhere south of somewhere.
I love that version of the song, and I'm going to be honest with you. I actually, when I heard it, I'm going to be honest, I liked Eric's version of my song better than mine, but that's okay because I covered one of Eric's songs before he covered mine, and you're going to recognize this song right here. And when Eric heard it, he told me one time that he liked my version of his song better, so I don't know, maybe we all get self-conscious or something, but see if you remember this song right here, and this is one of the first songs I ever covered from another artist, and what an honor to cover an Eric Stone song. What a great songwriter he is, and just a good guy too. So here we go. And if my friend Bill Pattison is watching in Sierra Vista, I'd like to send this one out for him, along with a shot of Sailor Jerry rum. The slam of the gavel set me free. She got all she ever needed. All I asked the judge to give to me was tied up down at the marina. 27 feet, white sails, and polished fiberglass. I christened her Island Time and set sail for paradise. She got the house on the lake and her own living maid, a swimming pool and a new Corvette, a savings account and alimony checks. But I got the ocean near St. Bart's, the trade winds and the stars, when I raised my sails on Island Time. 27 feet of water line, I got the whole 9 yards. 7 a.m., I bet she's in her car, bumper to bumper in traffic. I just woke up and went up on deck and fell back to sleep in my hammock. She got all the toys and all the noise wrapped into a city crowd, while I'm down here on Island Time, all stretched out on the bow. Help me out. She got the house on the lake and her own living maid, a swimming pool and a new Corvette, a savings account and alimony checks. But I got the ocean near St. Bart's, the trade winds and the stars, when I raised my sails on Island Time. 27 feet of water line, I got the whole 9 yards. She got the house on the lake, and her own living maid, a swimming pool and a new Corvette, a savings account and alimony checks. But I got the ocean near St. Bart's, the trade winds and the stars. When I raise my sails on island time, 27 feet of water line, I got the whole 9 yards. You guys gotta help me out now, 'cause I got the whole 9 yards. Yeah, we got the whole 9 yards. One more time. Oh, we got the whole 9 yards. Well, Eric Stone, thank you so much for letting me cover that song, and I love the job you did with my Somewhere South of Somewhere. So, hey, this is another one. I think we showed you a picture there of Eric Stone with Rob Mel. Do we have that? La foto de Eric Stone con Rob Mel. No sé si ya lo pasaste. See? So, a couple of years ago, Eric Stone joined me in Baja California in San Felipe for the San Felipe Songwriters Show. No hay problema. Está bien. And we did it. We did that festival with our buddy Rob Mel, who came down from California. Rob is one of my favorite songwriters out there. And this one is a song of his that I covered. So you're hearing a couple of different songs that one artist wrote and somebody else performed. I just love this tune right here, and it kind of describes life lately as I've done a little wandering around, going to sing for you in Phoenix, going to see my San Diego friends, and getting down to Alamos, doing a little wandering around. Don't it make you wonder? Some of my friends have told me that I seem to lack ambition, though I tried to explain that I search for the meaning of life when I'm deep sea fishing. All they say I really need is a good sense of direction. So I pulled out the morning paper and I opened up the travel section and I said, north, south, east, west, which direction do you think is best? Don't tell me I'm not prepared for life. I got a current passport and a Swiss Army knife. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Do you ever wonder? I wonder sometimes. Don't it make you wonder? I was sitting at home one night and I was watching the Outdoor Channel. You know I can't get excited about going someplace if I have to wear something flannel. Next was a show about tropic beaches. I like what I'm seeing. Next thing I know, I find myself on a plane. Don't it make you wonder? Now, dreamers often see things that some folks never see, but they often blur the line between fact and fantasy. Now, poets often ponder, but they seldom count the cost. Just because I wander doesn't mean I'm lost. Who's in the mood to wander down to San Carlos with me? Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Do you ever wonder? I wonder sometimes. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Do you ever wonder? I wonder sometimes. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Don't it make you wonder? Thank you, Rob Mel, for letting me record that one on the Journey Round the Sun album. I just love that song, and of course I love your version of it. Well, I'm going to give you one more song here that was kind of a crossover thing here that I co-wrote with another singer-songwriter. and a guy named Tom Shepard. And you see that album cover right there. Ooh, that makes me thirsty looking at it. One that we recorded together as a duet. The old man drank a beer every now and then. One day we cracked a couple, just me and him. At 80 years old, all the stories he could tell ya about his far-flung friends from France to Venezuela. He said I swig Fosters with Aussies and Guinness in an Irish pub, a Shiner Bock and looking back, and buddy, sure enough, it's all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. It's all the same beer, different can. Our pal Tom Shepard played a tour overseas, singing for all our folks stationed in the Middle East, at the ambassador's home right there in Riyadh. He sang a special song he'd written about his dad. And when the show was over, he was loading up his band. This guy walked up to Tom and stuck out his hand. He said, that song about your father really meant a lot to me, 'cause I just lost mine and you described him perfectly. Now that man had on a white robe, he wore sandals on his feet, had a guitar on his head, and man, it ain't that hard to see. We're all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Said, I believe God's gonna get a good laugh when we learn, all of us, Buds and Millers and Land Sharks and Coors and Tecate Lights and even Pabst are all the same beer, different can. Just different labels and different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. The more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Thank you, Tom Shepard, for recording that song with me as a duet in Nashville. What a good time we had doing that song. Well, Tom is one of many artists that Seaside Realty and La Palapa Griega and the Parrot Head Club down here have all teamed up to bring down. Boy, we've had some good ones. I mentioned Rob Mell before. He's been down here. Kelly McGuire, Sonny Jim's been down here. Tom Shepard, of course. Mike Nash. And I got a little secret for you guys. Let's break the secret here. Mike Nash is going to come down, and he is going to join me for our welcome back party in San Carlos on Saturday, October the 17th. Can't wait to have Mike Nash back here. He'll sit in for the second half of that show with me. Saturday, October the 17th, we kick off another season in this beautiful spot. And don't forget, one of you is going to win this condo tonight. You got to stay tuned here. We're going to tell you when to send in your name on the comment section. We'll jot it down. We'll throw it in the hat for you. Then we're going to show you the condos that you're going to have a chance to win, and we're going to draw a winner. And I can't wait to see who is going to do that. And I hope you will plan your trip when I'm doing one of my shows so that I can sing for you. Okay? Well, since I mentioned Seaside Realty, I always mention that name, but a lot of people have wondered, what's Karen? What's Karen like? We know we never really see her. Well, Karen is just a dear friend to everybody in this community, and I've told you a lot about her. Why don't you meet Karen for yourself right now?
I first came to San Carlos in 1982, so it's been a long time. And we came down in our RV with 5 children, and we were trying to get out of the cold from Colorado, and my kids had 3 weeks off for school, so we decided we'd come to the sunshine. I'd had some tennis friends that told me about San Carlos who were here on a caravan, and so we said, let's go try it out. Let's get warm. I just wanted to be warm. And so we got here, we stayed in Tecoli Trailer Park, and the next morning when we got here, we walked out on the beach, and I immediately fell in love with San Carlos. I said, this is where I want to be in my retirement years. So for 36 years, I dreamt of being to San Carlos. And so after I went through a divorce, I rented my house, packed my car, and drove down to San Carlos, not knowing if I'd be able to make it or not. I worked for Casa de Amigos for 4 years, and then I opened up my office in August of 2006, and I've been in the same office since then, and I've loved every minute of it. I've never regretted it, and I've met a lot of great people here, and I would never want to be anyplace else. So I hope that you enjoy the San Carlos the way I do. I hope you get to come down and stay in these condos. I know that we're going to give away two nights stay, and we'd love to have it be you. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you in San Carlos.
Well, now you finally got a chance to meet Karen Stewart there. Now, I got to ask you a question. Can you believe that woman has almost 20 grandkids? I don't believe it when I look at Karen. I'm looking forward to you meeting her when you come down here. She's a big part of the community. She loves to help bring down these other artists, and it really makes living in San Carlos a fun place. I got to tell you, for a town this small, you know that we have music 7 days a week, and you guys are going to like one thing about the music we have. It's like 4 to 7, 5 to 8. None of our music goes to 9 o'clock. Even my New Year's Eve show, do you know what time we do the balloon drop? 9 p.m. We're not doing this midnight thing around here. And, you know, half my crowd's not happy about that 9 p.m. thing because they want to do it at 8 p.m. If that sounds like your style of life, this is your town. You got to come down and visit. I only do this next song this time of year. I did it last week, and it's another one that people said, where did that one come from? We haven't heard it, and got a lot of positive feedback on this song. So we're going back to the Life of the Beach Town album on this one for a song called That September. Doesn't seem like all that long ago I was a skinny kid so far away from home, and you were out to solve life's big mysteries, searching for a clue down by the sea. Me, I was running from it all, and you were skipping out of school as I recall. Sandy shore seemed to stretch forever, out to places we'd never been before, till the night we disappeared together. Then suddenly we weren't strangers anymore. Do you remember that September? Was it friendship or loneliness or love? Hey, whatever it was good enough. That September. spent all summer working on the dock. My skin was brown from days out in the sun. Still recall the first time that we talked. Think I told you I was 21. And we sat out on the beach with my guitar and played a midnight serenade under the stars. Those endless nights in the cab of my old truck. We took those roads as far as they would go, on an empty tank of gas and a little luck. It's amazing we ever got back home. Do you remember that September? Was it friendship or loneliness or love? Hey, whatever it was good enough. That September. Another summer's coming to an end. Autumn lies just around the bend, and I'm taken back in time once again. 'Cause I still remember that September. When whatever we had was good enough. That September. Oh, that September. That September. That September. Hope you guys like that one there. It's been a while since I played it until last week, and nice time of the year to do that song. I can't believe another summer's coming to an end. I know it's been hot, and I know 2020 hasn't been what any of us planned, but, you know, there's just something about summertime. I don't want to let it slip away. It's my favorite time of the year, and it gets me singing this next song. Where'd my summer go? Every year around this time, Labor Day comes and goes, and I find that my heart starts sinking like the September sun. And I tell myself, oh no, I swear the month of May was only yesterday. Next thing I know, it's where'd my summer go? Those days down on the shore, toes in the sand, sun on my skin, just kicking back on the coast. Now my kids are back in school again, and reality is sure closing in. The beaches are empty, the days are getting short, and the nights will soon be cold. And where'd my summer go? Folks need a break from the heat. Call me crazy, bring on 101 degrees. I'd rather bake in the sun than put a sweater on. When it's cold, I just can't chill. But October's on the way, need one more lazy day. Somebody tell me where'd my summer go? Can life move a little more slow? Can't warm June weather last forever? Can't autumn be postponed? I wish these really long days would last, but the sun's going down too fast. Somebody stop it before it disappears, leaving me all alone, wondering where'd my summer go? Are you wondering the same thing? breaking out sweatshirts and putting on jeans, but I still got my swimming suit on. I'm taking one last dip, then guess I gotta let go. Oh no, where'd my summer go? Come on, say it isn't so. I miss those UV rays on hot July days. Don't tell me that's all she wrote, 'cause according to the weatherman, won't be long till we lose these 10. So what do you say, gang? Just one more time, yeah, meet me down on the shore before we say, where'd my summer go? Where'd my summer go? ¿A dónde fue mi verano? Don't want to say where'd my summer go. Well, it was kind of fun this summer. Almost all of my gigs have been canceled, my live in-person gigs, but I did get a chance to go up and do 2 very intimate shows. We scaled down the crowd size so I could do it and spaced everybody out, and we all wore these stupid masks. I know, I hate them too. But I did a show in San Diego. I want to thank Kevin and Tish in San Diego for hosting me. What a fun time we had. And then just this last weekend, the Queen of the Goat, Michael and Tammy Bauman, hosted me at the Bauman Party Palace, and I was joined by guitarist Rudy B., who always makes it a lot of fun every time he grabs a guitar. But you know who else was there? You might recognize the voice on this next song, my brother Dave. And let's hear a little bit from my brother Dave from last weekend. When you're gone, when you're gone, 'cause I've been wondering where you're moving now that you're moving on.
You ain't talking very much. You've been saving up your breath. Sounds like you've got yourself a plan. I can hear it in your tone.
Oh, send me a postcard from where you wind up when you're gone. When you're gone, 'cause I've been wondering where you're moving now that you're moving on. Help us out, Rudy B.
Don't promise letters, 'cause you've talked that way before. Nothing's ever showed up at my door. So I ain't hoping now for anything more than a postcard.
How about my brother David? Sometimes my mom has heard our voices together on the Same Beer Different Can CD, where David did that song as a duet with me, and he sang harmony on several others. And my mom couldn't even tell our voices apart. And I got to admit to you, I even have to focus when I hear us singing together on the recordings, who's singing what. Would you guys join me in singing this song that my brother Dave wrote? It's off the Same Beer Different Can album. Thank you, Dave Mulligan, for letting me record this one. And I know Rudy B is at home playing along to this right now. Right, Rudy? Send me a postcard from where you wind up when you're gone. When you're gone. 'Cause I've been wondering where you're moving now that you're moving on. 'Cause you ain't talking very much. You won't look me in the eye. You've been hiding from the crowd. You ain't home when I drop by. You've been saving up your bread. You've been whispering on the phone. Sounds like you got yourself a plan. Bet you thought I didn't know, but I can hear it in your tone. Let's do it, guys. Come on now. Send me a postcard from where you wind up when you're gone. When you're gone, 'cause I've been wondering where you're moving now that you're moving on. Now, right here, I want you to picture a Rudy B. lead. It'll sound really cool in your head, I promise. Don't promise letters, 'cause you've talked that way before, and nothing's ever showed up at my door. So I ain't hoping now for anything more than a postcard. A postcard. A postcard. Send me a postcard from where you wind up when you're gone. Send me a postcard from where you wind up when you're gone. Send me a postcard. Thank you, Dave, for joining me in Phoenix at the show last weekend. Lots of fun. My brother Dave Mulligan wrote that one, and that's off the same beer, different can. We recorded that one together as a duet. So we got some requests coming right up here. Oh, we got some good ones, too. And even my son, Marcos, has a request in there, too. So, well, I'll tell you what. I might do one of those for you right now. Tell you what, I'm going to just skip the last song I was going to do because I want to make sure I get some of your requests in. And don't worry, we got the condo giveaway coming up. I promised you that. I'm not going to scoot out of here without one of you guys winning that thing. Ken and Sonny McMurray. I just saw you guys at the Phoenix show. Thank you for making a request tonight. Ken and Sonny are addicted to the same things I am. I know that because these guys love to go down to Belize and play in that white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. This goes out for them. Got a constant craving, I can't fight the urge. Try to kick the habit, but it keeps on getting worse. I've given up on rehab, it's far too late. This lifelong addiction is impossible to break. Give me some white sand, a warm sun, and salty H2O. You know what? This intervention's useless. It's out of my control. 12 steps from the ocean. Who needs 12 more? When you got white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! Now it goes back to my childhood, that very first trip. Watching the waves roll in mesmerized this kid. By the time they dragged me up the beach and shoved me in the car, I knew no matter where I'd go, I'd never get too far. From white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Now the sea's outside my window, and there's a beach outside my door. And those three things still turn me on, just like long ago. And there they are right there. Warm sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! So keep your change of seasons, the winter and the cold. Send me a postcard with pictures of the snow. I'll look at it and shiver and just shake my head as I'm putting on my flip-flops and stepping out instead into the white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Take all your sweaters, set them on fire. Slap on some sunscreen, put on some Kelly Maguire. Then turn around and run right to the place you ought to be. Get your butt to some beach chair down here with me. In white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. You know what? Living by that sea, so good for the soul. I dip myself and wonder who could ask for more than white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. There's no cure for this addiction. Every day I overdose on white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Ken and Sonny, I know you're addicted to that stuff, and so are a whole bunch of us watching tonight. Oh, we got some good requests here. And let's see here. Oh, they're all so good. I can't just... Oh, you know what? Pat Rusk, you are VIP. Pat, how you doing out there? Send me a comment and let me know if life is going awesome or if it's just kind of awesome. I just love your attitude, and I am looking forward to seeing you back down here in San Carlos soon, because it is going to happen. And I think this song, Marcos, hold up that request list one more time, because I want to make sure it's the right song. Hold on. Oh, yes. This is definitely a Pat Rusk song. And Sherry and Bill out there in Punta Gorda, I know that you guys like this one too. Because you know what? Pat agrees with me. Even our bad days are kind of good. A first moment as a member of a human race. They spanked my butt and told me welcome to this place. I kicked and screamed, but what could I do when the doc said we're gonna circumcise you? Hey, looking back, I could have had a better day. I turned 5 and they sent me off to school, where I memorized prayers and I thought I was pretty cool. Till one day in the middle of the Our Father, I couldn't hold back a trickle of water. Please God, get me out of here, amen. Now you could say I've hit some bumps along the road, but why complain, cause that's just the way it goes. Now even my bad days are good. I wouldn't change a thing even if I could. Sure, every now and then life drags me down, but here I am still hanging round. Now there was this nun back in first grade who said, wipe that silly grin off your face. Hey, tell me why I should, and even my bad days are good. Went off to college and I got that business degree, cause I heard that the corporate world was the place to be. But I soon found out that it didn't fit in, and I swore I'd never wear that tie again. So much for my future as a CEO. So I bought a guitar and I figured out how to play. Been to a bar and I wound up on a stage, singing James Taylor, Croce, and Buffett, and all the drunks threw dollars in the bucket. And the boss said, "We'll see you next Saturday night." Thank God that tie fit a little too tight, or I might not be sitting here singing on Facebook Live. Now even my bad days are good. I wouldn't change a thing even if I could. Sure, every now and then life drags me down, but here I am still hanging round. Now there was that nun back in first grade who said, "Wipe that silly grin off your face." Hey, tell me why I should, if even my bad days are good. So I'll be that old guy on the stage who still got that silly grin on his face, like everybody should, 'cause even our bad days are good. Come on, Pat Rusk, let me hear you. Even our bad days are good. Everybody help out Pat. Even our bad days are good. One more time. Even our bad days. My first moment as a member of the human race. They spanked my butt and told me, "Welcome to this place." Going out for you, Pat. Hope you're doing good up there in the Northwest, and do look forward to seeing you back down here in San Carlos very soon. The welcome back party for all my San Carlos friends is October the 17th. But guess what? My Rocky Point friends, I'm going to be with you guys the week before that, because Mike Nash is hosting the SOB Fest, his annual weekend event. That's from October 8th to October 12th in Rocky Point, just an hour south of the border. I'm going to be singing the Friday night of that at what used to be the Satisfied Frog, but now it's called Margarita Mermaids. I'll be doing a 6 p.m. show. It's part of Mike's event. If you would like to get the ticket info and all the weekend activities and the musical lineup, including artists like Erica Sunshine Lee, just added to the lineup, hop on to sobmexico.com, and that means South of the Border Fest, just in case you were wondering. sobmexico.com. That'll be October 9th that I'll be singing there, and then the following week, October the 17th, I'll kick off a San Carlos season with a welcome back party with Mike Nash. All right. I just mentioned my Punta Gorda friends, Bill and Sherry, who are so good to me week after week. They help to keep this show going. And this one goes out for them. Red, red wine. Sitting tired on this cubicle. It's 6 o'clock and I'm stuck here still. My screensaver's got me staring at the Caribbean. Reggae tune running through my head. Wishing I was there instead. Somewhere in the sand, you and me singing. A little red, red wine and a lot of one love. Jimmy Buffett and a little beach chair. A little Buffett and I'll be there with some red, red wine and a lot of one love. One love. One love. One love. Someday, girl, we're out of here. Game plan gonna disappear. And once we're gone, we're never coming back again. It's gonna be blue water and 4 bare feet, hot sun and frozen drinks, beach bar swings, swaying to a steel drum man, playing red, red wine and a lot of one love. Bob Marley in a couple beach chairs, some UB40 and I'll be there with some red, red wine and a lot of one love. One love. One love. One love. 'Cause mama, things got you losing your mind. I'm an eternity from being retired, but just 1 minute from heading on home to you. Here I come with some red, red wine and a lot of one love. Bob Marley and a couple beach chairs, some UB40, and I'll be there with some red, red wine. Everybody, red, red wine and a lot of one love. Jimmy Cliff and a couple beach chairs, a little Buffett, and I'll be there with some red, red wine. Red, red wine, red, red wine, and a lot of one love, one love. You know this part. One love, one love, one love. Let's get together and feel all right. Going out for Bill and Sherry in Punta Gorda. My friend Tom Copeland last week asked me for a song. And I was with Rudy B, and we hadn't done this one together. So let me see if I can do this one for you now, Tom. Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, this is actually good timing for me to do this song. You know, I grew up a Charger fan, so you know my feelings about the Raiders. They're off in Las Vegas now. I just can't get used to that. But never was a Raider fan, and they actually show up in the beginning of this song. Tom, this goes out for you watching in Ontario like you do every week. And thank you so much. Can't wait to get up there and sing for you, along with Kelly McGuire and Sonny Jim. That's going to be fun. This one's called Crazy World, and it definitely is, isn't it? I heard about this primitive tribe that used to talk to trees. Now I walk into a sports bar, and they're screaming at TVs. They say you can't stop progress, but I'm not so sure of that. You wanna see primitive? Check out that Raiders fan. He's cussing out the Chargers. He's flipping off the ref. Hey, dude, it's just preseason, and the game ain't started yet. Welcome to this crazy world, spinning round the sun. Are we savages or civilized? You tell me which one. Have we really come that far when it's all said and done? In this wild, wacky, crazy world, spinning around the sun. So much for Dick and Jane. Now Heather has 2 mommies. And with all this talk of the Taliban, I kind of miss the commies. There's ABC and NBC, but I just CBS. Keeping up wears me down, I must confess. In this fast-changing, ever-changing world we're living in, I try to blend in with the scenery, but I still ain't fitting in. My toaster's gone digital, my dashboard has a voice. Turn on my radio, and all I hear is noise. From urban thugs to rich kids, everybody wants to rap. From the music to the talk shows, why is everyone so mad? Left hates right, right hates left, left says right is wrong. I bet they'll both agree I'm nuts when they hear me sing this song. Whirl and twirl, crazy world, another day goes by. Why take life so seriously when we can't get out alive? Yeah, we're all in this together. Now we can make it work in this wild, wacky, crazy place, this place called planet Earth. Things are getting hot down here, and some say we're to blame for those California wildfires to Florida hurricanes. There's a hole up in the ozone and far away from here. The polar caps are melting. Hey, how am I gonna ice my beer? If these tides keep rising higher, I guess I'll have to go. I'll hop aboard my Hobie Cat and I'll sail to Idaho. Some radical is out there plotting my demise, 'cause he couldn't quite convert me when those planes fell from the skies. He's got evil in his heart, he's got hatred in his eyes. Yeah, his mama should have spanked him, 'cause he never did play nice. So what if I love Jesus? So what if I were a Jew? Last time I checked, they looked a lot like me and you. Welcome to this crazy world spinning around the sun, where those kooks would love to kick my butt from here to kingdom come. Someone ought to show those guys how to have some fun in this wild, wacky, crazy world spinning around the sun. Now don't we all look crazy in Starbucks on our cells, gadgets in our ears, talking to ourselves? Welcome to this crazy world. That ancient tribe is gone, but we're still talking to the trees, whispering on the phones. Guess we'll always be this way until our days are done in this wild, wacky, crazy world spinning around the sun. Hey, Raider Man and Charger fans, let's all have some fun in this wild, wacky, crazy world spinning around the sun. Going out for Tom Copeland up in Ontario. Tom, thank you for the request. Well, somebody out there, Marcos, wants to hear some guacamole. Are you eating guacamole while you're watching the show tonight? If you are, you got to sing along extra loud. And Anais, our video gal, is going to even cue you when it's your time. Do we have that one today? Uh-oh. We don't have the audio visual on this one, so you're going to have to use your imaginations. And every time I say the word guacamole, you got to shout back at me as if it were printed on the screen, guacamole. Marcos, who was it who wanted to hear this song? Hold on a second. I want to dedicate this to the right person here. Oh, Michael and Elaine watching us up in the Northwest. Now, Michael, you behave yourself during this song. Elaine, he'd like to send you a little guacamole tonight. I met her at the mercado. She was buying avocados, and man, she really turned me on. She reached for my pepper, and I grabbed her tomatoes. I knew it wouldn't take very long. She walked up to la mesa. She picked up some cerveza. So I picked up some onions and limon. And the way she looked at me, man, I could clearly see that it wouldn't take very long. Guacamole! Guacamole! We'd be making guacamole all night long. Guacamole! Guacamole! We'd be making guacamole all night long. Oh yeah, como tengo hambre esta noche. She walked up to the line, I fell in right behind, and man, she sure looked good to me, que bonita. She reached for her money, I said, wait a minute, honey, I believe this one is on me. We got in my pickup, we started to back up, we headed on down the road. We went into her casa, we ate tortillas de masa, and we made guacamole all night long. Guacamole! Guacamole! We'd be making guacamole all night long. Come on, Anais, help me! Guacamole! Guacamole! We'd be making guacamole all night long. Ladies and gentlemen, what makes this show so expensive to tune into is all the money we sink into our special effects department. Okay, let's do it one more time. Guacamole! Guacamole! Haciendo guacamole toda la noche. Guacamole! Guacamole! We were making guacamole. Is that actually spelled correctly? All night long. I demand to see the special effects on this. Hold on. Anais, hold on. Anais, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why the show is free. It's actually misspelled, so if you were mispronouncing the word, it's Anais's fault. Put the camera on Anais so they can see. It's all her fault. Wow. We just lost all our viewers because of that error. You demand integrity with this show, and we just didn't deliver for you on that one. All right, tell you what, hold on. You know, in just about 12 minutes or so, we are going to start taking the names for the drawing tonight. Seaside Realty, of course, is going to give you 2 nights in a 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo with this backdrop, and that means you can invite some friends down and just have a really, really great time. So that's coming right up. Don't go anywhere. In fact, if you know of anybody out there that you would like to experience San Carlos, it's a good time to Facebook them right now and let them know to hop over here and join us. They will have a shot at winning this thing too. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your names in just a few minutes from the comments. We haven't started it yet, so don't worry. Don't send it yet. We're going to tell you, go. You're going to send your comments in. We've got a whole team of people here. And they are going to scribble your name down. We're going to throw it in a hat. Maybe we'll have Modicos tonight draw the winning number, the winning name, and that person is going to win 2 nights here at Pelican Beach, courtesy of our friends at Seaside Realty. Thank you, Karen and Ron, for doing that. Sean Castle, are you watching in Colorado tonight? We love Sean Castle on this show. You know, when he heard it was going to snow last week in Denver, he got in his car and he drove, and he didn't stop driving until he got to Tucson. And when the snow was over, he got in his car and he went home. Goes out for you, Sean. That little diamond is so damn tiny. She said, is this the best ring you could buy me? Don't you know this is her big day? And Daddy's girl always gets her way. But little does she know that not so long ago, on that weekend they didn't talk. It's not quite what she thought. He was 3 days on a desolate coast, south of the border down in Mexico. A sleeping bag and an old guitar, camping out under the stars. A quick flight away from one angry fiancé. You should have heard her girlfriends talking while on that first night they went walking past a shack down by the water. It's when we first saw the fisherman's daughter. That's where the story gets good. It wasn't planned, it just kinda happened. He waved at her and she smiled at him. Her daddy didn't like that much. He turned around and stormed back in the hut. But later on that night, between dusk and morning light, I guess Spanish class paid off. They laughed and joked and talked, not like the babes in Bride magazine. A ragged shirt and some worn out jeans, big brown eyes and skin so tan, kinda shy, kinda innocent. And he told her about his girl in her gotta have it world. The credit cards, the catalogs, the nose job and the spas. I said nose job. And the night got hot and the fire grew hotter, hanging out with the fisherman's daughter. And for a girl raised on nothing, she sure was something else. And for the first time in ages, he could simply be himself. They spent that weekend all alone together, and wish somehow the now could last forever. Somebody's having a real bad hair day, freaking out and fighting with the bridesmaid. The church is packed, it's noon. Nobody's heard or seen that groom, but just down the street. He stumbles to his feet, lays down a tip of $50. The bartender says, good luck. Buena suerte, amigo. He made it there in the nick of time. Her dad was mad and her mom was crying. Before he had a chance to say a thing, he heard those church bells ring. Here comes the bride, marching down the aisle. He could hear his own heartbeat. Was it the booze or just cold feet? Then the best man grinned and the bride got ill when he looked at her and he said, I gotta bail. I sure hate to stand you up at the altar, but I'm in love with the fisherman's daughter. I'm in love with the fisherman's daughter. Now, I'm no dummy. You see, I didn't marry a fisherman's daughter. I married a wheat farmer's daughter, and she's sitting right over here watching me. So here's how I'm going to end that song. Still in love with the wheat farmer's daughter. Hey, I want to go home tonight, guys. Come on, Elsa does taekwondo. Have you seen her? She's tough. All right. So we got time for like 2 more requests. Oh, Mike Miller. Mike and Jamie, you guys are awesome. Now, they are either watching us in Colorado tonight or from one of my favorite beaches. Guess where that one is? Nebraska, Lake McConaughey, where Dan Jebbins is also watching us. Mike and Jamie, thank you for being such loyal supporters of the show. You guys keep me going week after week like so many of the others watching tonight. I want all of you guys to win this condo coming up. Karen, can we give away something like an 85-unit complex for 2 nights? Tenemos bodas. ¿El archivo o no? So usually we would show you wedding pictures of all of you guys, and Mike and Jamie, you guys are one of them. But we had some technical difficulties before the show, so you're just going to have to do something different. You're going to have to invite that person who's next to you on the couch to stand up and dance. See, because you got to help me out here, folks. I need you. Come on. Unless that's like your best buddy, like your drinking buddy, you don't have to do that. But if it's your spouse sitting next to you, come on, don't be embarrassed. Life is short. Because Mike and Jamie would like to request this next song, and it is a butt squeezer. And Marcos over here, he likes this one too. It's called I Want to Love You Like That. Granddad fell in love with my grandma back in 25. He knew right then she was the one. Now there they are in black and white. And as I wipe the dust off of that frame, I know that they're together once again. I would have loved to live back when the world didn't spin so fast. Things were different way back then. Yeah, love was made to last. Hey, it was more than just some store-bought ring. All those vows they made meant everything. I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you like that. One day we stood up before God and everyone we knew. I gave my word, you gave your heart, and we softly said, I do, with the promise to live faithfully for not a day less than eternity. So here we are now, me and you, raising 4 kids of our own. We've done the best that we can do to make this house into a home, and our kids will meet someone someday. And when they look at us, I hope that they will say, I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back hanging up on a wall. And remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you. I want to love you like that. Or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you. I want to love you like that. I want to love you like that. I want to love you like that. Mike and Jamie, I hope you guys dance on that one. We're getting some woos from people down on the beach. They like that one too. I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight. I think we are down to... Yeah. Okay. ¿Tengo tiempo para una canción más o no? No? Right now? Hold on. La última o la rifa? I'll tell you what we're going to do, guys, since we've had some technical difficulties and we're running out of a battery, and would you be ticked off if you didn't win that condo tonight? So here's what we're going to do. Starting right now, send in your comment, just even your name. If we know that you're watching right now, we're going to enter you. We got a team of people scribbling names down. I feel like we're doing a Jerry Lewis telethon here. And we're going to take your names. We are going to enter them for you. And what we're going to do while you're sending in names, we are going to show you. It's going to about a 5-minute video that we're going to show you so you can see the condos here. Karen Stewart, who is giving you the condo, would like to show them to you. Check them out and start sending those names in right now. Okay, I want you to win this condo. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, Pelican Beach. Let's hear from Karen Stewart right now. Here we go.
Here we are at Pelican Beach condos in San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico. We're so happy to have you here today. We want to share these, we think, the most beautiful condos in all of San Carlos. These condos were built in 2007. They all have 3 bedrooms. Most of them have 3 baths. Some of them only have 2.5 baths. But they're very, very comfortable and very, very nice. This is the first guest bedroom that we have. All of the rooms in this condo have mini splits, which are a very efficient and quiet way to have air conditioning. We really like them. These happen to be all brand new. This is the kitchen. All the appliances are new. All of the condos here have granite countertops. They're around the corner. There is a pantry that's very large, so when you come from out of town, you have a lot of places to put all of your foods and necessary items. This is the living room, and everybody loves a great living room with lots of places to sit. We have Wi-Fi, TV with they're smart TVs, and they're all new. The fireplace, of course, we don't need it very much in San Carlos, but it's fun for a little atmosphere every once in a while. The best part of these condos is that you're right on the water, right on a nice, beautiful sandy beach, and you're listening to the waves all night long, all day long. In the mornings, between about 7:30 and 10, you'll always see dolphins. Come with me in the master bedroom. We have Tucson shutters that come down for weather, and there's a door that goes out to the balcony. And then this is the master bath with a full-size tub. Imagine sitting in this beautiful tub looking at the ocean and listening to the waves. That's my dream. I love tubs, and I know a lot of people do. Has double sinks. The tile in this condo is all travertine tile. They've all been newly painted and newly decorated by yours truly and Ron, so we've had a good time doing that together. We love these windows that go from the living room to the deck because as you push them, they'll go completely into the walls. So it's like you have an extension of your living room outside. We just saw condo 203. This is number 401. Obviously, it's up a little bit higher and you get a little different view, and it's on the east side of the building. We have 15 condos in Pelican Beach. There's 3 on each floor, and the ones on the east side are all the same. The ones in the middle are all the same, and the ones on the west side are the same. They're all 1,800 to 2,000 square feet, so they're really good size. It has 3.5 baths and 3 bedrooms. Mini splits throughout, which are air conditioning, and it has heat if you happen to get a little cold in the winter, which doesn't happen very often here, but some people get a little cold. It's got a great open kitchen concept. There's lots of storage. There's a storage room around the side there where you can put all of your goodies that you bring here. It's got a dishwasher, disposal, microwave, stove, and double wide refrigerator. All the condos are a little bit different style. We've tried to bring in different colors and different furniture for each one, but we've enjoyed making them beautiful, and we hope that you enjoy them too. Okay, this is the master bedroom. As you can see, you have a door here that goes out to the patio, so you can lay in bed and look out and see the ocean and hear the waves. It just doesn't get any better than that. You've got a desk here. We have good Wi-Fi, so if you have your computer and you need to work, it sure works good here, just like with all the comforts of home. Okay, here we are in 502. This is the top level of the Pelican Beach. This is the penthouse. We love this condo. Of course, with the views from the patio, it's to die for. This one again has 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. They're very similar, but this one is the largest of all 3 of the condos that we've seen. You can see how without the windows here, it completely opens up the living room, so you have a lot more space. This is the master bedroom. We've had fun decorating this condo. Of course, we love quilts, and we found this, and we really like it. The picture behind us, that's an original painting from a local artist. Paintings from our local people, just because we think they're so good, and we want to also help them out in their businesses. This one has the door out to the patio, and we have the 2 shiny shutters. This is a fun mirror that Ron had designed with a local artist, and we love it because it's so different, and it has the dolphins and the pelicans and the turtles, and it's just fun to decorate the condos with the local artistry. They do such a good job, and they love us that we use it in Pelican Beach.
Okay. Now, right now, I'm not sure you guys can see anything. We're hooking up the camera again, but we've been getting all your names, and you still have time right now to get your names in. They're still copying them down. We want to give you a chance. So I'll tell you what I'll do. You've been sitting through a lot of songs. I want to make sure we got everybody's name in on this thing. There's a lot of you guys watching. So I'm going to do one song here, and at the end of this song, we are going to pull out the winner of the 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo. I hope you enjoyed seeing those. For right now, let's head right down the road to a bar down in Mexico for one last song. Well, I have worked my fingers to the bone. trying to build myself a happy home. But the more I work, the more goes to the man. So now I've got myself a better plan. I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico, where I can pour the friends I know a shot or two of fun down by the sea. Come on, everybody! I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun up bar in Mexico? Well, I will pack up all my friends one day and head on down to our friend Giggles' place. Hi, Giggles! And I'll be pouring drinks from dusk up till the dawn, while we dance the night away with Buffett on. I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico, where I can pour the friends I know a shot or two of fun down by the sea. Come on, everybody! I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun up bar in Mexico? Well, I'll wake up every morning with nothing on my mind, pouring margaritas in a palm tree paradise. This is your part. I'm gonna buy me a what? Bar down in Mexico, where I can pour the friends I know a shot or two of fun down by the sea. I'm gonna buy me a bar down in Mexico. What else could I ever need but the sun up bar in Mexico? What else could I ever need? The senoritas by the sea, the sun up bar in Mexico, and all of my friends like Linda Cunningham. La 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 la. La 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 la. I can't hear you guys. La 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 la. La 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 la. We got the sun up bar in Mexico. All right, Linda Cunningham and Jim, thank you guys for the request. So we've got your names in, and you are now entered. So here's what we're going to do. They're finishing scribbling them down right now, and they're going to put them in a hat, and we're going to mix them up, and somebody watching this show, and we got a lot of you guys tonight, is going to win a 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo courtesy of Seaside Realty. I want to thank them for doing that for you guys. That's just a thank you from them for helping out and supporting these shows the way you guys do. It means the world to me. I have to ask you a favor as they're mixing these names up. When this show is over, would you mind helping me do one thing? Facebook has announced that there is a possibility that beginning October the 1st, they are not going to allow live streams anymore, which could seriously affect my show because I do it on Facebook Live. The only way that I'll be able to keep singing for many of you guys is possibly on YouTube. And so I'm asking, since you need to have 1,000 subscribers to do that, and I don't have that. I haven't really focused on my YouTube page. I have one. Would you mind going to my YouTube channel? Just Google Mark Mulligan YouTube and just click subscribe. You don't even have to watch all my videos or anything like that. All you do is click subscribe, because if I can get to 1,000, that means I can keep on singing for you on Monday nights. Now, I know some people always may be into football too, and so you guys can let me know your opinion on the nights. Mondays seem to be going well. We have a lot of people who aren't necessarily into football this year for a variety of reasons. So Mondays are going well. We got a big crowd tonight. But let me know, and please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that way we're prepared no matter what Facebook decides to do. One good thing is we don't do cover songs on this show. We do just my original music. And so we should be okay following October 1st, but we got to be ready because I don't have many live shows anymore in person. And you guys are the ones who've kept me going. And thank you for doing that. So Let me see how we're doing on the names. Have we got them ready to mix up and draw a winner yet? Okay, Elsa says she needs just another minute or so, another couple of minutes, because she's still got names, and we want you all to be entered. We don't want anyone excluded. So I'll tell you what. I'll do. Would you like me to do one more song? I'll do one more. Marcos, pásame la lista. So here comes Marcos with the quest list, and I think I know which one we'll close out with here. Now, hold on a second. Not that one. Hold on a second. Oh. Hold on. Actually, what I will do is close with this. ¿Tenemos pila? I would like to close with this, and it's not a song. It's something I've never talked to you guys about during a show before, but it's important. And it came to mind because of Gary Schmid and Pacifico Blue being on the show today. I mentioned to you that Gary was the person who was with me. His family was with me the night that Marcos' mom passed away back in 2006. And that, of course, was a crazy night. And many of you guys, you know Elsa, but you never knew my first wife, and or Marcos and Luis's mom. But there's a story that I wanted to share with you about that night. And maybe it'll impact you, maybe it won't. But that night in Indiana, I was doing a show. Of course, I was not here when that happened, something I'll always regret. But luckily, I was with good people, and I was doing a house concert. And there's a whole lot more to the story, but I'll give you a condensed version of it, very, very condensed. And you can read more in a book called The Three Miracles. It's on Amazon. It all goes to charity. The night of the Indiana show, when I didn't know yet what was going on, I was doing a house concert. I had just spoken with Adela the day before. It was one of our best conversations we had ever had from a phone booth in Nashville as I was on my way to fly to this show in Indiana. And just before the show, I picked up the phone. I dialed her number, but there were a whole bunch of people walking in at that moment. I thought, no, I want to talk to her when I can actually concentrate. So it rang a couple times, and I hung up, and I did my show. And at the end of the show, I was really, really emotionally exhausted, but I was happy, and I was looking forward to coming home. And Gary and his family said, you sit down and relax. This is when the show was over. And, of course, they're entertainers, all of them. His son Jason and, and the other kids. And they surprised me, and they brought guitars out. And while I was sitting there drinking my rum and Coke and just relaxing after a show, they started to sing to me a song that they didn't know. This was Adela's favorite song in English. She would put on the Eagles' Seven Bridges Road, and she would play it over and over and over. And she would tell me, I don't know what they're saying in the song, but it's so beautiful. And she would just listen to it time and time again. So when they finished playing the song, and they played it beautifully, nobody had ever sung me that song before. I had never, ever in my life heard it live. And when they finished playing the song, I said to them, wow, you know what's amazing, guys? Of all the songs you could have chosen, that happens to be Marcos and Luis's mom's favorite song, and you just played it for me right now. And you guys know the amazing thing? That's the moment the phone rang. And that's when I got the phone call. I wanted to share that with you tonight because I never have. And I know a lot of you out there wonder, why does God work the way he does? I don't have an answer for that. I don't know why God works the way he does, but I do know one thing. God works, and he works in his way. And someday we're going to understand. If you'd ever like to read more about that, the book is called The Three Miracles. You can look for it on Amazon. I don't make a penny off the book. The book, 100% of it goes to charity. And what we're going to do right now, thank you for letting me share that. So we've got all the names in. And Monica's going to come up here right now. Is everybody ready? Are you ready to win a 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo at Pelican Beach in beautiful San Carlos, Mexico, courtesy of our friends at Seaside Realty who've been bringing you these shows on Monday nights? Let's find out right now who won, and my son Marcos is about to announce the winner. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Hold on a second. You're going to announce it, Marcos.
Oh, I am?
Yeah. We're going to get right on that mic. He's digging deep in here. Hold on. I sense it. You're about to win. Do you feel it too? I do. Draw one. It's not that hard, Marcos. Hold on. Oh. Hold on. This is cool. We're going to let you know who won, and then I'm going to let you know why this is really cool.
How do you pronounce that? All right. Diana Purcell. Nice.
Rich and Diana Purcell have won the condo. Can I tell you who they are? If you have my USB flash drive that is called Place of Mark Mulligan, there's a picture of a couple at a Jimmy Buffett concert. They're in the 6th row holding up a huge sign that says Place of Mark Mulligan, and they held it up during the show. They probably drove Jimmy Buffett crazy. That is the album cover to my complete set USB called Place of Mark Mulligan, and that on the couple is Rich and Diana Purcell. I told them that one day they would be an album cover. They were, and now they have won the condo from Seaside Realty, a 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo at Pelican Beach. Give it up, everybody, for Rich and Diane, because they deserve that one for the nice thing they did for me. I want to thank all of you guys for joining us tonight, and a big thanks to Seaside Realty. Don't forget to go to my YouTube page, please, and click like on that subscribe so I can keep doing these shows for you. And next week, Elsa's going to be running the video. We're taking this show to La Paz, Baja California. It's going to be a fun one next Monday night, 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you to all also who are on this Pacifico Blue. Great job covering my songs. And thank you guys most of all for being a part of this and let me do what I do for you every Monday night. God bless you.